What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today we have the Mega Medicham team once again with Mega Medicham, Nidoking, Bisharp, Gyarados, Amoonguss, and Tapu Koko. Let's get started and play some games. So in the last episode, we had kind of a run back with some Pokemon, a Greninja, a Talonflame. Crazy episode. Highly recommend go check it out. But we are focusing on this team. So played with it a little bit more as we got Ultra Yoshi from Canada, 1692 rating. I think I played this person on stream. Yes, I did. So we got a Landorus, a Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Aegislash, Kartana, and Mega Latias. If I remember correctly, this team either got first or second at a Win a Trip tournament that was hosted by Zelda. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I really don't remember like what was the sets on my opponent's team. I do like Bisharp a lot. Bisharp would be... Okay, Bisharp would be so nice here. If it had knockoff. If I remember, the Latias wasn't Calm Mind, it was Tailwind, so I guess it's easier to handle. I think I'll go Bisharp plus Medicham as the lead. I think I need to Intimidate with Gyarados, and I think I'll have Koko in the back for the electric terrain boost. I think the Nidoking can put in a lot of work too. I'm just not exactly too sure if it's that effective in this game. We'll find out though. But yeah, I do run Thunder Punch on my Medicham. Iron Head and the Thunder Punch would knock out Fini, which is a pretty good combination. If I remember right, the Aegislash was a wide guard set, so I don't have to worry about Substitute being set up. So, Bisharp plus Medicham on deck against the Kartana and Tapu Fini. Okay. Koko might have been better here. If I remember right, the Kartana on this team is supposed to be Tailwind Sash, and I don't think Leaf Blade actually knocks out Medicham at full. So you know what? I think a Thunder Punch might work in the Fini and just go for a switch into Koko, because if I can get the knockout Fini, that's kind of huge for my team. So I'll get Koko in. And I could eat a Sacred Sword if my opponent decides to double up the Bisharp slot. So Mega Evolve and Medicham. What was the Z move on this team? I think it was the Aegislash. I'm pretty sure. If I remember the team right. I forgot the player who used it. I think it was Lega. As Medicham is going to detect. It might be... Oh, Fearing the Fake Out. Yep. Fini's going to protect too. Okay, that's fair. I could go for a Volt Switch. There are a few plays I can make. One, I could Thunderbolt the Fini and Ice Punch that slot, which could get me a guaranteed knockout on pretty much everything that comes in other than Aegislash. Another play is I could go for like a Volt Switch here into Kartana and go for like a Drain Punch. I got multiple options. I could also double out into my Bisharp here, expecting like a Landorus to come in. You know what? I like the switch into Bisharp and a Thunder Punch into the Fini, because I don't want to take a Moonblast, even though I think Fini should switch out. Like, I could get my Bisharp set up, which wouldn't be too bad in this, and I don't think you Sacred Sword the Tapu Koko slot at all. Because we're going to see Kartana withdraw into the Landorus. Okay. So there was a Landorus coming in, it's in that slot. Okay. I kind of wish I Thunderbolted Ice Punch now, because I could have got the knockout into the Fini slot. Oh well, I do get the Defiant Boost, and I will be able to get a Thunder Punch into the Fini slot, so not too bad. Almost picks up the KO. Moonblast's going to come out. It's not? Huh. Okay. I think the interesting thing to note... I wish I was Adamant, because Adamant Sucker Punch would guarantee a KO. I'm going to go into my Gyarados here. And I think I can Dragon Dance against the Landorus. I'm not sure if Landorus goes for the attack in the Bisharp. You could also switch Outlanders, which I could definitely see here. I think Protect Dragon Dance is a safe play for this turn, however. Oh wait, wasn't the... Oh wait, no, the Kartana didn't have Tailwind. It was 3 attacks. Yeah, it was 3 attacks, Kartana. It had knockoff. U-turn gonna come out in the Gyarados, which is fine. I could have went on the offense here, but I don't think it's worth it. I wanted to Feeny as Haze. Or a Z move, because we really haven't figured out this item. It's not choice specs. It might be the Z. However, the Feny's in range of Gleams. I'm not really too worried about it, as Latias is gonna come out. Okay. As Dragon Dance is gonna come out. And a Z move. Yeah, okay. So the Waltarium Z is going to activate from this Tapu Fini, which shouldn't do too much to my Bisharp, especially through Protect. So Hydro Vortex is going to come out. I wish I had knockoff. I would definitely have knocked off at this point. Yeah, it doesn't KO, and Latias don't usually carry a move that can knock out Bisharp anyway. At this point, I'm getting a free Iron Head, it looks like, and another Dragon Dance. Kartana comes in, its Sash is broken. At this point, Landers can't come in for my opponent, because if you go out in a Landers, you're in a pretty bad spot. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty good. If Latias attacks, it's not too big of a deal anyway. My opponent doesn't get Tailwind up. I can threaten my opponent's Pokemon into future turns. It's looking pretty solid for me right here. Yeah, we'll see what my opponent decides to do. Alright, Latias is going to Mega Evolve. I'm not sure if we go on the offense here. I'm pretty sure Protect plus Tailwind's going to come out, which would be fine. Or just on the offense, which makes sense too, because you could get Kartana in freely, which I don't mind at all. So I'm at +2 with the Gyarados. Tailwind does come out from the Latias. And an Iron Head will finish off the Feeny. I do KO the Feeny. And I reveal that I am Life Orb. Wait, did I reveal I was Life Orb? I don't think I did. I ever attack with Bisharp? I think I attacked into a Protect. Kartana gonna come out. There are multiple plays I can see. At least my Bisharp is set up. I think I could Sucker Punch Z move. I could Sucker Punch the Latias and Z move. I could see Landers coming in, but I don't want to risk Psyshock into Leaf Blade into my Gyarados slot. So you know what? Sucker Punch here. Z move I think is the best play here. Because even if you go into Landers, as long as I can stall out Protects, I don't feel like it's too bad. And I don't want to double Protect here because if Landers comes in at a bad spot, I don't want that happening. So go for the Sucker Punch. Go for the Z move here. And see what happens. Could be a Sacred Sword into the thing, but oh, it looks like it's a Psyshock. I think my opponent decided to go for the double up. So, Latias does go down here. As I will be able to see the Sacred Sword come out. Okay. Sacred Sword will knock out the Bisharp. Beast Boost is going to activate, so this Kartana is at boosted attack. Get my Supersonic Sky Strike off, but it is a Sash on the Kartana. And if it's not Sash, I think it should go down to Supersonic Sky Strike. Huh. Still an awkward spot. Kartana's Sash is broken. This is now a game of Landers comes in. I get Coco in. And now the question is, do I go for something like a Gleam Protect here? Or does my opponent just go for a Rock Slide Leaf Blade? Because if you go for a Rock Slide Leaf Blade in my Coco slot, I'm definitely in trouble. And if you knock out my Gyarados, I 100% lose the game. My opponent's made hard reads at this point, but I'm not sure if the best play is to go for a Gleam here, or if the best play is to hope my opponent doubles up the Coco and targets down my Gyarados. I think I'm going to Gleam Protect. Rocks I could miss too as a factor. And I don't think you're going to protect Earthquake. Yeah, it looks like you're not. So, Earth Power. Oh, it's special. I do have Focus Dash for a reason though. Let's see. Did you double up into the Coco slot? Oh, it looks like he didn't. Perfect. Otherwise, like, I had a chance. If I got a double protect with Gyarados, I would have been able to finish out the Kartana. So that's the main reason why I felt like this play was the better one. Because I could always go for a double even if I fail. So yeah, I think this was the more optimal play. Especially my opponent fought... Oh, so Scarf Landers was special. Huh. I can go for a Waterfall into Landers. Yeah, okay, perfect. So gonna be able to win that game there. That was like a bunch of games with... hard reads. I think the best play for me though was actually the Coco go for a Thunderbolt Ice Punch into Tapu Fini slot. Because if I got that off, I would have KO'd the Coco, would have KO'd the... I would have KO'd Coco, I would have KO'd the Landers, and then I would have been in a fantastic spot to win the game. So, even though I won, I definitely see some outs, and I definitely did leave it to an end game. Luckily, my opponent did have like Earth Power, so my opponent fought confident that you can knock out the Coco, but I do run Sash on Coco because one, I have the Z move on the what's it called? Gyarados, so, and that Z move is really important for certain matchups, so I can't really run the Z move on Coco. Specs is not my favorite Coco at all. It really isn't, and I have Life Orb on Bisharp, so Sash is probably the best next thing. As our second opponent here, Mega Gengar looks like, Tapu Koko, Como, Clefairy, Incineroar, and Tapu Bulu. Huh. Clefairy, I mean, Bisharp's decent in this matchup. Bisharp is decent in this matchup. And Sash Koko. Actually, I really like the combination of those two. Also the fact that my... Oh, I have a good amount of options, actually. I have a hella good amount of options. Okay. Especially with Sash Koko helping. I think I want to go what? What would you lead here? I think you would lead... I don't know what you would lead here, but I think Bisharp plus Koko covers a lot of things my opponent can do. Gyarados with the Z move can help, and go Nidoking in the back. Because Nidoking, Scarf Nidoking, puts in work against my opponent's team. It really does. So let's see what's going to come out here. It would have also been nice, I guess, to lead Gyarados, because I could Dragon Dance, but that only depends on if my opponent leads a... If my opponent leads... Doesn't lead Coco. So Gengar Como gonna lead. Oh, this is great. This is great, actually. So Bisharp plus my Tapu Koko. Electric Surge. I threaten a Sucker Punch into the Gengar. So there are two plays I could do. Sucker Punch, Gleam here. But the problem is if you have Clefairy in the back. Because I could Sucker Punch Gleam the Como, but the question is, do you protect Como? Or do you, like, go into Clefairy here? I mean, both options are kind of strange. So I'm going to go for Gleam. And Sucker Punch the Gengar. Because even if you go Clefairy... this is still awkward. Still awkward. I mean, I'll still go for Gleam here. I think Gleam Sucker Punch covers like a lot of plays my opponent can do. And my opponent's going to Mega Evolve, it looks like. So, if he did attack here, Sucker Punch and a Gleam should finish off the Gengar. So, let's see. Homo protects. What's Gengar going for? Oh, it could be sub. It could be sub. No, it goes on the attack here. So, I actually get the knockout on Gengar. Oh, great. Got rid of Gengar. That's a huge, massive threat. I think my opponent's trying to get Bulu in and then go for the Z move. I think that's what my opponent's going to go for. I think that's the only reason you make that play. I think that's the only reason you would make that play. So let's see what my opponent goes out into. It's the Incineroar. Ooh. I mean, I can't get faked out with my Coco here. The Sash is too valuable. So I think I'm gonna go for a low kick here. And a protect. Because you have to fake out the Coco. If I Gleam here, you're in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Z-move. Yep. So Z-move's going to come out. Should knock out Bisharp, and then I should be able to knock out the... I should be able to knock out the other thing. Really didn't do as much to the Bisharp as I expected. I will be able to knock out the Incineroar with the low kick. Which is why I run in this matchup. So we finally get our first low kick KO onto a Incineroar. Yep. Nice. I'm guessing Bulu's in the back. I have game plans for this. So yeah, this is looking really solid here. Oh, it's Coco. Oh, that makes speed ties a little bit annoying. I mean, I think the play is to, what, sucker the Como to put in Gleam range? I'm just worried if that's like Scarf on the Coco. Gonna go Gyarados here. Because I'm fine with sacking Gyarados in order to bring out Coco plus my Nidoking. And Sucker Punch, I get the chip. You could have set up a sub, but luckily you don't. It's probably a Flamethrower Gleam combination. You're targeting down my Gyarados. And Gleam. Okay. Gets a crit on the Bisharp. Not too big of a deal. I think I could go Nidoking here. It's a Life Orb Coco, so I'm not really too worried. I just don't want to rely on speed ties. I'd rather go for Earth Power here. And Dragon Dance. You can't sub up. I hope Nidoking can live one Como attack, because a Coco protects here could be a bit strange if I don't live with both my Pokemon. I hope one of them lives, because it didn't do much to Bisharp. I'm thinking I can live the attack. Okay, nice. I think it comes down to Coco getting a double protect at this point. Earth Power into the Coco. I wonder if Gleam will knock it out. It really comes down to the double protect now. I was really thinking it would be Bulu in the back, but Coco makes it stranger. Go for Earth Power. Go for Gleam here. Maybe I should just Earth Power. Okay, no, my opponent goes on the offense. So, knock out Coco, and that should be game, because you can only go for Flamethrower or Clang Scales, and I do have my Sash intact. So, yeah. Well, Flamethrower doesn't even knock out Coco normally. It's into the Nidoking. Okay. Tarring down the Nidoking. Nidoking goes down, and we will be able to get a Gleam off, and this should finish off the Coco, and if it doesn't, I'm still in a good spot. Yeah, it does knock out Coco. Como. And... did I keep messing up Como and Coco? It's the same to me. My voice just a little bit hoarse. So, do pick up the win. Did come down to, I think, my opponent going for a double protect there. Because if you did get the double, and if you live with Como, I'm in a really bad spot there. And I really don't think I had room to not go for the Earth Power into Coco. And the off chance he did go for the attack there. And yes, I do think that my opponent did go on the attack there. So, otherwise I would have had to hope that Gleam does knock out the Como at that point. And then it came down to, I think, Coco speed ties in the end game. So, gonna be able to pull out a win there as... what is this team? Is this team 5-0? I don't know, because I played games in between and I lost a bunch of them. So, I don't know. Is it 5-0? I think it is. Or maybe I lost one. I definitely deserve to lose the first battle that we did. Well, I wouldn't say deserve to, because I still could have got out of the situation. Yeah, I think we're 5-0 with this team so far. Not bad. And Nidoking putting in some work. So I thought the end game would have been Bulu, because I thought Bulu would be over Coco. The reason I think Bulu is because you kind of need the Scarf Woodhammer, because it's more reliable to deal with Coco. My opponent's Coco matchup wasn't really that great. As... ooh... this matchup is so not fun. Venusaur, Charizard, Milotic. Aegislash, Snorlax, Tapu Lele. This matchup looks like it came downhill. No Landorus too, so that makes it really difficult. Maybe I go Nidoking plus Gyarados? I do need Coco for this terrain. Do I bring Bisharp though or Medicham? Bisharp helps against like Lele. And Sucker Punch could come in handy. But Medicham can help Snorlax. Well, I do have low kick. You know what? I'm gonna bring Medicham. Is it Medicham the right call? You know what? I'll bring Medicham. Because Sucker Punch could help, but it depends on the situation. And I feel like my opponent could get like Charizard in. So let's see how this is gonna go. Not exactly the hugest fan of this matchup, but we'll see how it goes. Especially if it's Pledge. Because it could be Pledge. If it's Pledge, I'm in a really bad situation. Everything gets an O-code on my team. And I mean everything. King Gyarados. Charizard Venusaur. Rock Slide into Z-Move is probably my play here. It is. Where's Dragonette's better play? It comes down to what the sets are, because this could be Z-Move, Venusaur. Oh, there's so many different factors. You know what? I'm going to Dragonette's and Rock Slide. Oh, it sets, because Z-Move is like so scary to deal with. Well, it depends on what Z-Move it is, I guess. If it's Poisonium, it doesn't really hurt. If it's Grass Z, makes it difficult. Charizard gonna go on the Mega Evolution. Probably a double protect here. Unless you risk Venusaur here, which I don't think you would. Really? Sheer Force boosted Rock Slide knocks out Charizard. You're kidding me? And it is the Pledge coming out. Knocks out Nidoking. That's so frustrating. I would be able to knock out Charizard turn 1. One of the biggest threats to my team offensively for my Medicham. Oh man, that absolutely sucks. I'm gonna go Coco here. I forgot what Venusaur's max speed is when it goes down to it. At this rate, I'm gonna hope that you're timid Charizard with no bulk, because at this point, I think I have to go for a Volt Switch here. Because I need Coco for damage. Now, I need to Dragon Dance again. I want to outspeed Venusaur. If I'm lucky, use Sludge Bomb here. Yeah, okay, perfect. So, Coco, can you survive this with the Sash and KO the Charizard with Volt Switch? I have to go for risky plays now, I feel like. You get the Dragon Dance up. Actually, wait, was it Bulky Charizard? I can't remember now. I forgot. The Gyarados outspent the Charizard if I remember right. Oh, that's not good. I should have went for Thunderbolt. Air Slash. To Gyarados. I mean, Z-Move, I guess. Z-Move would probably KO Venusaur through Protect at this point. And Thunder Punch hits everything on my opponent's team. I am a little bit worried about the Lele matchup. But let's see here. I'm going to try to get a double knockout. I don't want my opponent to get free switch momentum. I wonder if it's Timid Venusaur too. My plays are based on hoping it's not. And I can't exactly protect here because the Sea of Fire probably gives Gyarados 2 turns maximum. So I have to go on the offense here and get a KO guaranteed onto the Venusaur slot. You protect with Venusaur, which is fine. Charizard double protects, okay. So I should knock out the Venusaur with +2 Z move. And then, yeah, so at least I get rid of one Mon and then I can guarantee the KO on the other. It's just going to be really difficult. The Sea of Fire work like Sandstorm or does it work like Grassy Terrain where you get the effect at the end of the turn before it disappears? Because that might be a big factor here. I think it disappears. But we'll see here. I get rid of the Venusaur. Nice. Get rid of Venusaur there. Which is huge. And we're going to see the Thunder Punch into the Protect. Yeah, Gyarados is going to go down the next turn. What is coming out for my opponent? Aegis Slash. I could double Aegis Slash, but I don't think that's the play ever. Last turn of Sea of Fire. Does that mean it disappears or not? Because that's a big question. You know what? I'll try to Thunder Punch the Aegis Slash and I'll Waterfall the Charizard. Charizard gonna go for a double. It fails here. Aegis Slash gonna go on the King Shield. I mean, I guess I could protect a Medicham at this point, but like, at this point, it comes down to like Sea of Flames. It comes down to Sea of Flames. I couldn't switch out, and I didn't want to protect it yet. Let's see, does the effect work? It does. So Gyarados goes down. So, yeah, it's like Grassy Terrain. The effect still works even after. So, I don't know. It really comes down to that back Pokemon. Maybe I could have a shot. It's Lele. I think we're out of this, my friends. Okay, okay. One thing. If this isn't Scarf Lele, if Thunderbolt gets a pair into full pair and Thunder Punch also gets the same thing, maybe we're back in this. But that requires a lot of things happening. That requires a lot of things happening. So let's see, can we get the, can we get it? Thunderbolt? No para, and we are faster, so Thunder Punch gonna come out into Aegis Slash. And yeah, that's gonna be game. So, why Nidoking? Why is it the first Rock Slide on a Charizard Y which matters? You miss. So unfortunate, but oh well. I tried to play as best I could in the backup, but I don't think I just had enough tools. I mean, losing Nidoking pretty early, which left me no answer to Lele plus Aegis Slash. So yeah, that really sucks. But what can you do sometimes? Otherwise, I would have probably got the knockout on Charizard. I would assume I get the knockout on Charizard is Sheer Force boosted Rock Slide, and Nidoking's attack isn't the worst. But yeah, hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. So if you did, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can go check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, these side series on my channel, and so on. Also, there was a play, I guess, where I Volt Switch instead of Thunderbolting, but that case, I still don't think it really matters too much because I still had nothing that could touch Aegis Slash combined with Lele together. So either way, it was just a turn one that was really effective. But I guess I could have maybe Z-moved there, the Venusaur, like I anticipated, but really my opponent had double protect and then could have pledged the following turn. I would have probably had to sack him on anyway. So yeah, otherwise, yeah. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch you around in another episode.